Hey everybody, so I finally am doing this Q&A. It is so hard for me to sit down and do this thing. Thank you so much for your patience, but this is me. I hope I'm not a disappointment, but if I am, sorry. If I keep looking in the middle, it's because I keep forgetting that I'm using my phone, so the camera, you don't really got a lens to look at other than this little dot, so. But let's get started with these questions. I have a lot here. I kind of compiled some of them together because a lot of them were the same or in the same context of the others, but start with those. Someone asked what my name was and etc. So my name is Mindy. I'm 37 years old. Originally from Kentucky. Moved to Texas. I currently live in Texas, Dallas, Fort Worth area. Moved down here about 3 years ago now. Due to my husband's job, he transferred from Cincinnati to here, so we all came here, and we've been here since. Some other ones they've asked what my favorite color is. My favorite color is purple. Don't like wearing purple, if that makes any sense. My favorite color to wear, I think, is red or coral. Weird, right? How many kids do I have? I have 2 kids. I have a 15-year-old daughter who is soon to be 16 in March, and I have a 5-year-old son. They're 10 years apart, obviously. I don't know why we waited that long, but me and my husband have been together for 16 years, going to be 17 years coming up. His name is Manny. I know somebody's asked that as well. He's from Cincinnati as well. I'm from Kentucky, but it's northern Kentucky up by Cincinnati. I had the view of Cincinnati in my backyard, if that makes sense. So how tall I was. I'm 5'9". Pretty tall gal. I guess more than average for a female, but yeah, I'm pretty tall, and when I wear boots, I don't want to say heels because I have not worn heels since I was like early 20s, so I'm not even about to say, well, when I wear heels, no. I don't wear heels. But if I have like boots on that have like a bit of a heel or something, I'm almost the same height as my husband. He's pretty tall as well. What do you do besides ASMR? I work full time. I'm a mom. I want to say I love to read, but I haven't read a book in so long because I never have time to do it. I used to be an avid reader. I would stay up just to finish a book, but I don't have time for that. But I just like spending time with family and friends, which unfortunately are 14 hours away from me. They all live in Kentucky, every single one of them. Only family member I have close to me is a niece of mine who was 20 years old, and she used to live down here. She grew up down here in Dallas, but her dad passed. She moved back up to Kentucky, but then moved back down here again with her fiance. So she's the only one that's close to me. Everybody else is in Kentucky, so I don't know anybody down here. I don't have any friends down here, so that is, I really don't do much. That answers the question. I feel like that was a dragged out answer, right? How do you deal with people who judge ASMR? I really don't care what people think. If people don't like it, you don't have to watch it, Scroll on. I don't need to hear that you don't like it, I just think that's rude. Why even bother? If you don't have anything nice to say, don't say it. So honestly, just brush it off. I don't let it bother me because so many other people do like it. I like it, so I just kind of let it roll off. Never has affected me personally. My nose always runs when I wear makeup. I don't know what it is. Who was the first to support your hobby? And that would be my husband. I started watching ASMR on Snapchat, if you believe it or not. There's some oddly satisfying videos that they would have on there. I don't know. I always, when I first seen it, I thought, people really watch this? And then next thing you know, I'm getting hooked, and I found Powdery Crunchies, doing videos on there, which led me to YouTube. And then I realized, wow, people do videos on this stuff. So I went out and bought my first box of gym chalk off Amazon. Unfortunately, it was Rage gym chalk, so it was not a good first experience because that stuff's like styrofoam. But my husband was like, why don't you just start a YouTube channel? And I'm like, yeah, I don't know, why not? I'll just try it out and see what happens. And here we are. What keeps you motivated? I don't know. I just really enjoy it. It's fun to create things. for everyone, and I love the engagement that we have. It's just it's so neat to be able to have so many people across the world watch my videos and interact with me. It's just, I think that's what keeps me motivated is I think people, you guys who watch my videos, enjoy them so much, so why would I stop? You know, I think if my engagement went down and people just got sick of me, maybe I would stop, but you know, right now I don't, and I really do love creating things, and it's just relaxing for me. If I didn't enjoy doing it, I wouldn't do it. What is your favorite mold? And I gotta be honest, it's bars. I know it's very basic, but it's my favorite one. It dries faster. It's easy to, you know, you crush it in your just one hand. You don't have to break it up if you don't want to. It's just, and if I see somebody with bars in their video, I don't know why. I just want to stop and watch it. I just really enjoy those videos with bars. So that is my favorite mold. How did you feel when you filmed your first video? I was nervous, obviously. I've never put anything like this out on the internet before, but I was nervous. It took me forever to publish it, to be honest. I filmed it and then I just kind of sat on it for a minute. I finally hit, you know, publish, and here we are. There was such a positive feedback, and I was really surprised. I mean, this community and the kindness that you guys show me is so great. That's another motivator. But I was definitely nervous the first time. Did you go to college? If so, what degree did you get? I did go to college. I have a bachelor's degree in business administration. I've been in the banking industry for 14 years now, which will lead to another question. Somebody asked what is my actual job that I do, and I'm a mortgage loan processor. So if anybody purchases a home or purchasing a home or refinancing that home, I'm the person that's going to help you get, you know, approved in order to get that, or for that to happen for you. So that's my full-time job. It's very demanding. The mortgage industry is stressful, just saying. So if you want to get into that, just think about it. It's stressful. What makes you angry? And honestly, there's those normal things that make everybody angry, but my particular one that I always go to is while I'm sleeping, if you turn the light on while I'm sleeping, I mean, the hawk is going to come out. I don't know why that enrages me so much. It's weird, but I think it ties back to when I was younger and my mom would wake us up for school. I'd hear her coming up the steps and she'd flip that light on, man. And I don't know why, it triggers me so much. So if you want to really see the hawk come out in me, turn a light on or flash a light in my face while I'm sleeping. I don't like that. My husband knows, but he's learned. I do not like that. How long does it take your reforms to air dry? If you've been with me for a long time, you know I used to air dry my reforms. I was like anti-dehydrator for the longest. I don't know why. I just was like, oh, you can air dry them, but you don't consider that other people who might live in different climates, it could be humid and it takes so much longer, if not ever, to dry your reforms. For me, it took 2 to 3 days max, honestly. I live in Texas. The summer months is super hot. So they would take no time at all to dry. Yeah, I think 2 to 3 days max for me. How much money do you spend on ASMR a month? I don't know. No idea. Probably too much. I know it isn't nowhere near, it's not over what I make from YouTube. It's way under that at this point. When I first started, I spent more than I made, obviously. But probably $300 a month. That might be stretching it. It might not be that much. But I do buy gym chalk a lot. And with gym chalk kind of being sparse, it's hard to find good gym chalk now. So, yeah, I'd probably say about that much. And I'm always buying molds. Please, somebody stop me from buying molds. I have way too many. I'm going to do an ASMR room tour, which it's not even a room. It's my garage. Half a garage that I use. I'll do a little tour on that. It's as organized as it's going to get, I guess. I guess it could get a little better. But that is... How did your family react when you told them you did ASMR? They were kind of like, really? That's a thing? You know, they were kind of like surprised, but it wasn't anything negative. They were really, they was excited for me. They thought it was kind of neat that that was something that you could do and earn some kind of income off of it, which is always nice to make any extra income, right? But yeah, they've always been very positive and cool about it. Support me when they can. I sometimes get surprised when I hear that they've seen some other family members that I didn't even tell yet tell me that they found I didn't even know. I'd be like, oh, that's so cool. I get excited. So yeah, they're really cool about it, and my whole family knows I'm not shy about it. I'm definitely not somebody who gets embarrassed. So that's one thing to know about me. I don't get embarrassed. You growing up in my family, which is another question I was getting, how is, what's my family like? Like, if we're talking about my entire family, my brothers, I have 3 brothers. I have no sisters, 2 stepbrothers. I don't think I was ever meant to have a sister, guys. But I have 3 brothers, and the family that I grew up with, we're loud and proud. We don't get embarrassed. We grew out of that fast with the parents that I have and the other family members that I have. So if one of my brothers was to jump in and do something embarrassing, we'd all probably jump in and join him. That's just how we are. We're super fun. My family, anybody can fit in with my family. Or my family's great. Have you ever forgot to record a crush? Yes, I have. I've also recorded a crush and forgot to plug my mic in, or checked that my microphone was in all the way, or that my phone was not on silent still, because that will mess up your volume. So yes, I've forgotten to record a crush quite a few times, and the ones you guys know about, the volume wise, the donut one, the big mass crush of that one, I redid that and did it again because I was so upset that I didn't have volume on that. So yes, I have forgot all those extra things. Have you ever thought this was a waste of time and money? No, I don't. I really enjoy doing it, and there's so many people out there, you guys, who love it as well. So I don't think it's a waste of time and money. I don't waste product. I don't throw stuff away. I recycle it. I have 2 big, huge tubs of chalk that I haven't touched in a long time. That's just sitting there. I can't throw it away. If anything, I'd probably give it away, or sell it per bag. But I would love to sell reforms, guys, but I don't have the time. It's so hard for me to do that with, like, if I had family down here or some help with my kids or something, I'd be able to do it, and I want to do it so bad and be able to get my stuff out to you guys. It gets requested a lot from me, but man, I need an extra person. I need an extra me. Anybody know how to clone? I could use another me. How many blocks of gym chalk do you think you've crushed in your journey? I don't even know. That's a big question. I mean, too many, probably. A lot. I probably should go back and count. That'd be interesting. But if anybody else has counted for me, let us know in the comments. I don't know. That's a good question. A lot. Let's just say that. What other kind of ASMR do you like watching? I actually really love earthy ASMR, like the cement, the sand, the dirt. I love those accounts so much. Like ASMR Loves Me Sand, grimy ASMR. I love their channels. I watch them all the time. I don't get to comment a lot because I kind of just watch it to relax, but I love earthy. And soap crunching. My God, those accounts are so creative. If you've not seen them, I know the time and effort it goes into molding soap into those beautiful, like, creations they make. That's a lot of hard work. So I wish they were a lot bigger than they are, but soap accounts, I really enjoy those. Have you ever had any bad comments that are negative, and how does it make you feel? I have had negative comments, not very many, which is really nice that there's so many more positive than negatives. I try not to let it bother me so much. There's days where I'll just like brush it off, but then there's days where it really does get a reaction out of me. I don't respond to it, but I will say something to myself or somebody else, a friend. I'll send a picture of it and be like, look at this comment I just got. But I try not to like react to that person and give them what they want. So I mean, like I said, again, on some days I brush it off, some days I just, don't try not to let it get to me. I'll just react outside of it without responding to the person. You do a lot of polls. Has there ever been a time where you did one that ended up turning out to be one that you didn't want to do? No, I love all of them, any shape. It's fun to do. I don't think there might be some molds which I haven't picked to put in my polls because they're a lot smaller, that would be harder to remove and do those, but those would probably be like, but I don't think I'll do those, because like little diamonds or something, that would be very tedious and difficult to do. But no, I love all the ones that I put on there, and I love the ones that you guys picked, and they're always fun. What advice would you give a ASMR account that just started out? I would just say be consistent, and just post as much as you can. Engage with your followers. I just think that's really important. I think if you just post a video and don't engage with them, it's just not going to get you far. Let everybody feel like they're included and they're a part of your video, and that is across other platforms, not just ASMR. A lot of communities do that. You have to engage with them. You have to. That's what keeps them and makes them popular, and people want to come back and watch your stuff. So I would say be consistent with your videos and just be engaged, and I think that would help a lot. I get a lot of questions on how to start and advice, and those are my big things. I've never asked anybody to promote my channel. I never came with my hand out asking, can you share my channel on your page? And I've gotten a lot of people who message me and on Instagram and ask me to share their page, and if I share it on Instagram, they kind of get a little aggravated and tell me, no, I want you to share it on your YouTube community page, and I just don't like that. I just think that's kind of rude to do that. But I just think if you just stay consistent and post videos daily in the beginning, that it would help. And just make sure you work on things to make you better. Listen to the people in your comments if they feel like maybe your lighting needs to be a little better, or work on your quality of your videos as far as what you're recording. And I record in 4K, and I think that helps a lot, just the visual of it. So those would be the big things, I think. Also, sound. ASMR is about sound. It's not just a visual. If they can't hear you crushing, it's, some people like to not watch it. I've had a lot of people tell me that they just listen to the sound and not watch it. So I just think sound is big. It's huge. So make sure you got a good mic. You can actually get them on Amazon super cheap. You don't need a big fancy one. I didn't have a big fancy one until later in the game. I think probably a year later I finally bought we finally got a nicer one, a blue Yeti is what I use now, but I used to use a $12.99 one on Amazon, so you could do that. How dry do your hands get, and what is your favorite moisturizer? I moisturize my hands anytime after I touch gym chalk, any type of powder. I always get lotion and rub it on my hands, or they will get super dry. And I don't really have a particular one. I usually just use whatever I get from Bath and Body Works. They just seem like they work best for me. They got 24-hour moisture in them. But if anybody else who does gym chalk ASMR, you got any other brands that work best for you, let me know in the comments. But I use Bath and Body Works lotion. But I always moisturize. How long does it take you to plan your mask crushes and prep? I guess once the poll comes in, that I usually do, I start right away. And if it's a bigger mold and I have a lot of them, it doesn't take me no more than like 2 weeks. But the clouds one I just did, that one took me like a month because they were super small and I have a ton of powder that I had to use. So that one took me a while, but it depends. Like, if the smaller the mold, the faster they dry and pull away from the actual mold, and easier for me to pop them out and make more real quick and put them back in the dehydrator. It helps, but it just depends on the mold. And also, if I'm not on vacation or something, or going up to visit family, sometimes I got to put a pause on doing that until I get back. So it just depends. But the smaller the mold, the longer, and it also depends on how many of those molds I have. Colorful crush that I do when it turns gray, what do I do with that powder? I set it to the side. I still have tons of that type of powder just sitting. Like, I have powder from when I first started, but if that tells you anything. I just don't want to throw it away. I don't feel right throwing it away. So it just gets set aside, or I'll just use it and try to make something out of it. Maybe do stones now that I have those molds. How many times can you reform powder? I'll tell you what, man. The powder I have, I've reformed it millions of times. Like I said, I don't throw it out. So I can't really tell you a number because I reform it a lot. My mask crushes that I do, the plain white ones, I've had that powder for a long time, so you can use it over and over. As long as you're not adding stuff to it that's going to make it smell or get moldy. Like I said, another question I had, just to answer that one really quick, is what do my mixes consist of? And that is, I just use gym chalk, so it's probably 90% gym chalk and 10% baby powder. I don't like adding cornstarch because if you ever see a video of mine where it's hard for me to crush it and I set it to the side, it's because it's got too much cornstarch in that mix and it's made it too hard. I don't like adding baking soda, or I don't like using cleaner. I hate using cleaner like Comet and Ajax and all that. I hate the smell of it, and I hate the smell of bleach. And people ask, what do you clean your house with? Well, I use bleach. That's in the spray. I don't prefer the smell, but it doesn't mean I don't use it to clean my house. But I just don't like using cleaner. I don't like the smell, and I don't want all that on my hands. It's bad enough I'm using gym chalk. That's made to dry your hands out so you don't slip when you're using it for its actual purpose. Another question somebody asked, would I start my own gym chalk brand? And no, I wouldn't. I did at one point think about it, and like a year ago, I thought that's something I wanted to do, but I wouldn't. If I did do that, I wouldn't put my ASMR name on it. I'd make it something else because I would want it to be used for its actual purpose. I don't think other places would buy my gym chalk if it was if it said ASMR across on it. They probably wouldn't think that's for what they needed. So I would want weightlifters or bodybuilders or gymnasts. I would want them to be able to use it. And so if I did, I would not put my ASMR name on it. And I don't think I would do that at this point. I would just rather buy a case of it and have it her myself. Maybe share it with a couple friends. Somebody also asked who my favorite ASMR accounts are. I am not going to answer that, guys. Come on. I don't want to I have some that I do watch all the time, but again, I prefer earthy accounts. I really love earthy accounts. I wouldn't do earthy myself, but there's so many great accounts out there. So many that don't even have a huge following that are so underrated that are great. Yeah, I ain't gonna, y'all trying to put me on the spot. Let's see ya. If I would recommend a lot of accounts, there's just so many out there. We all do our thing, and it's just fun to do. And you could tell who really enjoys it and who's just trying to do it to, I don't know, make money off of it and use it as a way to, I don't know. I don't even know if that's the right way to say it, but there are some that you could tell who's really putting in the work and really loving it versus who isn't. I got a question. If there was another channel I would do, what would it be? And I didn't even plan on doing ASMR. I never thought I would even be into something like this, but I was always hoping to start a beauty lifestyle channel way before I even knew what this was. I enjoy makeup and beauty. I haven't done my makeup in so long that I don't like that I overdo it. My eyebrows they're sisters. They're sisters. They're not identical. But rude, that video started while I was talking. But I would love to do, I used to want to do a beauty channel, but I would love more than anything to do a travel channel. I love to travel. My husband loves to travel. That's just something we really enjoy doing. Like on our honeymoon, we went to England. A lot of people go to beaches. We were just beached out. We're not beach people. We like going to see historical things in other countries is where we want to go. So we went to England and visited there. But I would love to do a travel channel, be able to vlog and take you on our experience. I think that's something we would both love to do and maybe one day be able to get to do. But yeah, it would definitely be that. And it's like, would you think that about me? I don't know. You let me know. But that's all the questions that I have listed here anyway. I tried to go back to my community tab and look for other questions, and my iPad won't let me. It's telling me that it's coming soon, so I guess you can't go to the community tab on your iPad. But anyway, so that's it. Sorry this took so long. Thank you so much for your patience. I love you guys. I don't have a celebration video yet for my 50K. I figured maybe this could be bundled in with the 40 and 50. It's just Gym Chalk's so hard to find right now, unless I get hard blocks, and I just don't want to crush a bunch of hard blocks. It's just, that will hurt my hands. So yeah, so yeah, this was fun. Hope you get to see me, and although without this on, I do look a little different, but I'm gonna start doing a lot more where you see me. I'm gonna try to do a lot more behind the scenes things as well, which I've been wanting to do for a while. So, but I hope you enjoy this. Maybe get to know me a little bit better, personality wise. So yeah, that's it. Have a good rest of your day. I'll see you later. Thanks. It doesn't want to turn off.